What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be discussing all of season 1 of Attack on Titan. Apparently, the last episode I watched was the final one that is currently available and the end of season 1. They definitely made the ending of this episode like a season finale, so that's what sparked my curiosity, and someone commented in my videos that it was, and then it turned out yes, that was the season finale. And so I have a lot to say, a lot of really important stuff about this episode. um it's kind of sad that not a lot of people are going to watch this, but it's okay. Those who do, this is my tribute to the series so far. um it's a shame, I'm watching this video, this episode, and it's crazy because like just one of these comments has 1781 likes, and then my video has like 10 likes, 10 views, not like one like, 0 likes. But regardless, for those 10 people watching this is my tribute to Attack on Titan, and I know you guys are going to appreciate this, and that's good enough. um I have to start with, okay, spoiler alert for everything. Okay, as a series as a whole, watch my video before this on up to episode 24, because I did a lot on that, on just my love of the series as a whole. I was not expecting it to be so great. I knew it was fairly amazing, but wow, I was not expecting it like this. um Annie. Okay, what happened with Annie was it's just crazy. She solidified herself in diamond to protect herself. Now this concept isn't new. Spies have killed themselves in order to protect information in the past. It's a noble, I wouldn't call it an art. It's a noble sacrifice that has happened for centuries now. Regardless, I still respect her so much. The biggest thing though is I really have my doubts that humanity is the good guys and the Titans are the bad guys. Sure, there are. Okay, so here's what it was. Episode 1, I had my doubts. End of episode 1, I believe, when the Titan ate his mom. Then I'm like, okay, they're evil. Now I've reverted because Annie, with all her flashbacks, I don't think she was evil. I really don't. Um, I think it's a conspiracy sort of thing, and I have my theories, obviously, um, but in the flashback, in the whole Annie flashback, it was eerie because basically what was going on was like, it seemed to be his dad, and her dad was like talking to a fairly old aged Annie already, and he was saying like, come back to meet me. Even if the whole world is against you, you will still have your dad, which confused the heck out of me because, well, it confused everyone. That's the point. But that means her dad anticipated that Annie was going to go against the world and everyone was going to hate her. And so the way it was set up, it seemed like she was doing the righteous thing. So here's my theory behind it. We got those dumb Titans ranging from 3 meters high to about 15 meters high. Those are the dumb ones. They're mindless foot soldiers, pawns. And then you got the aberrants. These aberrants are actually humans who can turn into Titans, and these can command the dumb ones. How? Well, Annie displayed it by just shrieking. She was able to tell all the surrounding Titans to come to her and eat her. So maybe there's some sort of shrieking Titan language that they can perform. My theory is that all the big Titans are aberrants who are capable of transforming into humans, and vice versa, and that this is also some sort of government conspiracy by the human government to sort of control the human population and prevent wars and maybe unify the whole population. And here's the thing, in the episode there's that little break in the middle where they give you like a fun fact. This time it was two walls of text with like text that was like this small, and it was like a mini story. And basically, long story short, the stories pretty much summarize a guy who decided to try and dig under the wall. He did it for about 20 years, still couldn't get to the end. Talked about with his friend, and then he just disappeared. And he had no relatives or anything, but his friend who he talked to went to the military police to report it, and then they did like an extensive scavenger hunt. But then that friend also disappeared, and that's where that mini story ended. Obviously, the whole point of that story was to signify that there's some sort of government conspiracy going on, whereas the military police may be behind it themselves, or some sort of something. I don't think the MP aren't behind it. Okay, I think the MP are just as stupid. They're lazy. They're like the donut eating policemen we have in real life. I think it's somewhere the central deep government in like the deepest layer. They have something like some sort of conspiracy going on behind it. I don't think the king himself is involved. Why? Because we've seen the king. He seems like a complete doofus, but maybe not. And then I had a theory that Annie's dad was Aaron's dad as well, but I think they showed his face and it was different. But I feel like it's something to do with Aaron's dad being a scientist, maybe having something to do with discovering how you can create titans, or maybe playing a part in the conspiracy, and the conspiracy resulted in the creation of titans. And that's my whole thing. I really have to give it up to Annie. It's just crazy, and I honestly am frustrated that all of this huge operation ended in failure, and I still have to, give it up for Aaron, because I'm gonna let him slide because he hesitated. He could have captured Annie without her having a chance to solidify herself in Diamond, but he's human, so he had to do what he did. And again, I am, as always, frustrated by the stupidity and mindlessness of and just the lack of knowledge and the quickness to point fingers that the general public and the military police have. I'm hoping that humanity is smart enough and they'll listen to all the questioning and realize that they were all doing the right thing, but I doubt it. So we'll see what happens, and I can't wait to see what's in the basement. There's still a long way to go, and I'm hoping like this is pretty much wrapped up like a big arc in a way. And in certain ways the story could have just ended here if the author wanted to, but I'm glad it doesn't. I'm glad it didn't, and I really want to see this plot just explode, but it seems like a lot of questions have sort of wrapped up. In certain ways it seems like they haven't, but I mean in a lot of other ways it's like in a dead end from here. Like a lot of the mysteries have been sort of solved. Like the female titan was Annie, now they can't do anything with Annie. Now Aaron's sort of wrapped up. Now where are they going to go from here? How are they going to get to the basement? And that's pretty much it as of now. There's still a lot of, I mean, even when I think about it, there's not that many unanswered questions. So I think it was all done or portrayed in a way or presented in a way to wrap up this season, but I really want the next episode to just explode, or the next arc to explode. I don't want it to end. I feel like the author can do it. He can just explode it so there's even more unanswered questions, which I I don't want too many of those. I really just want this plot to go on. I'm really curious to see what's going on, but like, where will they go from here? It seems like everything's sort of wrapped up other than the basement thing, and also like what's going on with the Titans and the whole conspiracy thing. But it has some sort of huge amount of closure by the way that this last episode of the season was presented, that I'm uncomfortable with. And I really wanted it to keep going and going and going, and I wasn't expecting this episode the way it was, and it sort of just wrapped it all up with Annie being finally, well, the female Titan being finally apprehended, and then the identity revealed, and it was just like too much, and the plot wasn't going anymore. Anyhow, as always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Maybe I'll check out the manga. Most likely I will, to see if it's progressed further. Most likely it has. I'll probably read it, despite me probably not. I probably shouldn't. But I will. I wish there's no more episodes, but alas, there aren't. Leave a comment with all your suggestions and comments and feedback and opinions. And more importantly, if you guys have any info on when the next episode's going to be out and what's the deal with this sort of stuff, let me know, because I want to see Attack on Titan episode 26. As always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe.